fell! He's out of the ring! Wait!
Looks like you're the one with nowhere to run.
It's a blowout.
No, it's not. It seems that hit fellow is beginning to adapt to Dispo's speed now.
Are you sure?
He fell! He's out of the ring! Wait!
Looks like you're the one with nowhere to run.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a gloomy, it's a cloudy, it's a rainy night, but we still got soccer to play. And And I'm Nicholas Colazo, welcoming you to McDaniel Stadium, home of the Spartans, where they are playing their last home regular season game of the year, hosting the Norcross Blue Devils. I'm joined alongside Manny. Thank you for coming, Manny.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me, Nick. Today we are going to be witnessing the masterclass of Campbell High School, and we're going to see if they're able to keep up like last game where they won 10-0.
Coming off that big win against the Westlake Lions, there's a team that kind of hit a slow patch the middle of the season, have kind of picked things back up to what they were at the beginning, and it's on the back of the Peruvian forward, Piero Capoletti. 2 goals in each of the last 3 games. So let's look for him to continue his offensive ways in the game today. Take a quick look at the Spartan starting lineup. Will be number 0, Harrison Bacon. Number 3, Aaron Oskanak. Number 6, Alessio Lois. Number 8, Juan Hernandez. Number 4, Sohan Patel. Number 11, Henry Slitking. Number 12, Noah Butts. Number 13, Gavin Banks. Number 14, Miles Russell. Number 18, Piero Capoletti. Number 19, Misha Dolan. So once again, that's Bacon, Oskanak, Lois, Hernandez, Patel, Schlitking, Butts, Banks, Russell, Capoletti, and Dolan. Norcross will do the kickoff, going from left to right. And we are about set to go under the lights here. There's the whistle. Game on. We are underway. There's already strike towards upfield. There's a header by Hernandez. Then Schlicking, Dolan there, sending it back the other way. A couple of headers. There's a strike. It goes right into Dolan, who deflects it and sends it back the other way. Already Spartans with a run. That's Russell with good pace. Russell! And we start the game with a goal!
Goal!
Within 30 seconds!
Just like
Spartans on top 1-0.
Just like against Harrison, could this be another time? Could this be another time that Harrison he will be scoring a hat trick?
I mean, that was just too easy. They tried to get it all the way back to the keeper, but not really much effort. And Russell just used the good pace, sprinted down, got the ball, and it was just one-on-one between him and the keeper, and it was just too easy. 1-0, Spartans on top already.
That 10-0 game must have given them quite a lot of confidence coming into this game as well.
Already a Spartan lead. And back underway. Oh, that one goes through the legs of Oskanak. Now working to the right side, firing it back towards the middle. There's good defense by, that is Lois, it looks like, who kicks it away. Excuse me, that's Hernandez. One's going to be Pichardo. Throw it down, looking down towards the goal. It's Burgos. And that goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Spartans, I believe. It was last off the touch of Burgos. It's Oskanak, I believe, to throw it in, looking for Capoletti down the field. Capoletti gets it down the field, and now it's Russell here with another one. Russell's going to get to the ball again before it gets out of bounds. But it's knocked out of bounds, deflected off of Jordi Roblero. We have Spartan throwing down here.
Capoletti came onto the team as an underdog, but has actually impressed the team and the school quite well with the past games, scoring multiple goals.
Yeah, 6 goals in the past 3 games for Capoletti. He's been on fire. Here's Oskanak looking to throw it in. Oskanak looks, that it throws in, goes to Banks. And it rolls off of his head and head of the defending Blue Devil. Now it's bouncing around some guys. There's Patel. And now Blue Devils take it back and send it up the field, and that's going to be a flag. So Spartan's going to get a free kick from there. That was Burgos, who was offsides.
If the Devils were not offside, that could have been a very big mistake from the Spartans.
There's Schlitking going back to Dolan. Dolan's just going to go back to Bacon. Bacon to Schlitking. Schlitking tried to get past the defender, couldn't. It's knocked out of bounds, but it'll be a Spartan throw-in. One's kicked up towards the right side. I think that's going to be another offsides, but it doesn't matter. It gets out of bounds anyways. So Oskinek going to throw this one in to Hernandez. Hernandez looking up ahead for Capoletti. Pass off target. It's heading the other way. And it's going to be another flag. Second already for the Blue Devils.
The Devil was spotting that run, and he decided to take it, even though it caused him to be offside. But sometimes once you see something, it's best to just do it and go for it.
There's Dallin. Just going to boot this one away. A pretty good kick. Goes over everybody's heads. There's Patel trying to send it back. Couldn't get a good touch on it. It's going to land. Some Spartans there trying to get it back, but the Blue Devils are bringing it up the top side, and that one, too much power on that touch, was looking for Walker Patino. It goes out of bounds, so Spartans get the throw in and get it back working in the right direction. There's Butts trying to go to Patel. It's kicked the other way, but right to Schlitking, who sends it right back. That's the big man Capoletti who gets it and sends it to Oskinek. Oskinek back to Capoletti. Capoletti now working middle of the field, looking for Russell. Russell with a good touch goes back to Patel. Patel right back to Russell, out on the edge now. Also trying to get a good angle, working towards the sideline. Stops it before there. Trying to work one-on-one, and I think outmaneuvered himself as that one goes out of bounds.
Yeah, it looks like his knees blew out right there, but the ball went out of play, so it didn't really affect the play much.
Be a kick from the box for Freddie Sanchez. Pretty good boot. Hernandez there with the defense and get it back working the right direction. Blue Devils send it back. Butts is there, cuts it off. Looking for Lois. And I think that's a whistle going to be blown on the Blue Devils for a contact on Lois. Couldn't tell who that was. It looked like Walker Patino, and it was Patino. So we got a whistle for the foul, and that'll be a kick for Hernandez. There it is. Slicing towards Lois there with a header, sending it back up. Russell trying to get there. Now he's got some space. Just got to get a good angle at the ball. Might want to clear this one out, and he does. Resets it back to Butts. Butts to Hernandez. Hernandez trying to go back to Russell. It's defended well, sent back to Butts. And good overall defense by the Blue Devils. They send it back the other way. Schlitking there. Trying to get, and a whistle going to be blown on Schlitking, I think. Couldn't tell who it was that he fouled down there. Here come the Blue Devils now. That one's striking towards the goal. Bacon, though, makes the catch and pockets that one.
Starting the ball quickly from that little free kick was a good strategic move for the Blue Devils.
Good boot by Harrison, sent down the other way. Now it's Capoletti with a good deflect. Capoletti back to Russell. Russell, another strike. Bobbles out. Capoletti is there. Oh, it's well defended. Wow, that was a really nice save. Oh my God, I thought that was a guarantee goal.
Could have been 7 goals in the current 4 games that have passed if that went in.
Just not enough power on the shot. I thought that was guaranteed to go in, but Sanchez with a very, very quick recovery made one heck of a save.
Yeah, Sanchez's instincts must have popped in right then and there, considering how quickly that was.
Well, we were going over all that. It was Dallin who got fouled. So Hernandez is going to have a better kick set up here. Wow. It was one crazy save to keep this game from getting out of hand early for the Blue Devils. So Hernandez got it set up now. Towards the goal. Bit too low, though. It's popped up. Dallin there trying to send it back. There's Capoletti with a header. And try to get 2 consecutive. Still down in the same area, though. Now it's Lois. Going to get it out to Oskinek. Oskinek pops it back up. No one there but Russell. Goes over everyone's head and is cleared away. Butts tries to come up and overruns it. And Blue Devils get some control. Lois takes it right back, goes to Patel. Patel to Hernandez. Hernandez to Butts. Butts reverses field, goes back to Patel. Now back to Hernandez. Hernandez to Dolan. Dolan, looking for Oskonak. Missed him on the pass. Wide to the right, goes out of bounds. That turns it over. There's Lois. Mid-air kick by Dolan. Sends it back. Russell trying to get back down there with his good pace again. This time just enough of a touch. Shuts that down. Sent up the field. Butts trying to fight for control. But Devils get it and bringing it up the field now to the top side. And that one sent to the middle to who I don't know. But Bacon steps up to clear that away. Now this is Banks fighting for control down the other end. That goes out of bounds. Last touch by Banks. There's Dolan with a boot. Looking down, Capoletti charging in, and that should be a goal, right?
Yeah, it looked like a goal from this angle. It looked like the goalkeeper fell into.
Whoa,
behind the line.
wait. He was in the goal.
Yeah, he was definitely
Almost
behind
his
the
full
line.
body was in the goal. Wow.
We should go down there and offer some VAR to these refs.
I mean, his entire top half was behind the line, and they call it a save. Wow. Interesting. Almost looked like Capoletti was going to get a touch on that one. He just let it go, and still almost scored. But no goal called.
Capoletti's body feint definitely contributed to the fall of that goalkeeper.
Should be a free kick for Edwin Lorenzo. Or will it be Luis Ramirez? It'll be Lorenzo. We'll just kick it to Ramirez. And Ramirez is going to try and send it to the center of the field. Good, well defended by Oskonak. Now Patel going to bring it back up, go down to the bottom that's Banks. Banks shuts it down, throws on the brakes. Tries to go back up the field, couldn't get it there. Now this one's sent back the other way by the Blue Devils. It goes out of bounds. It'll be a Spartan throw-in. Throw-in by Oskonak to Banks, now to Lois. Down to the bottom, that's Capoletti. Capoletti trying to go back to the top, either to Russell or Patel. Not in the right place for either of them. It's sent in the air. Will fall for Butts. And now Blue Devils bring it back the other way. There's Hernandez. Hernandez to Lois. Lois to Banks. Banks with a lot of space. Banks down all the way towards the goal line, sending it back towards the middle for Capoletti, just wide to the left and out of bounds. Oh.
Capoletti has begun to haunt the Blue Devils, popping out of nowhere onto the goal and just by little not getting onto it.
I mean, it seems every run he's there at the very end and try and knock that one through. He's had 2 of those that haven't gone his way so far. It's a good boot. We'll get over the first man, Hernandez head, and out over Schlitking, who gets it to Dahlin. Dahlin with a little header. Goes to no one. It's popped up. Schlitking there. Gonna pop it back the other way. And still just floating around in the air, and a whistle going to be blown on somebody on Norcross. Don't know where or who. It's going to be right at about midfield. And almost a takeaway on the free kick. Dahlin does get it and just get it to Bacon. It goes right back to Dahlin and right back to Bacon. Bacon going to go to Butts. To the top side. Butts firing down. Looking for Russell. Now it's Banks charging too. Banks prevents the first clear, but now it's finally taken away by the Blue Devils. Got by both Russell and Banks. Now this one to the top side of the Blue Devils. Butts there. Well defended run. Just going to knock that one out. No Fisher Martin for the Spartans today. Still recovering from a leg injury.
Yeah, and Fisher is a very strong defender here. Without Fisher Martin, it could be that the defense may struggle a bit, but so far it doesn't look. The defense doesn't seem to be affected that badly.
Well, it's all the normal guys playing defense, and they haven't brought in a different guy to play defense. They just moved Henry Schlichting from the midfield to defense. As Bacon comes up and collects that one.
Henry Schlichting to the defense is actually not a bad idea, considering that we got quite a lot of midfielders on this team. It wouldn't hurt to it wouldn't hurt to move him to the defense, considering that he's a pretty strong player as well.
Couple of passes backwards for the Blue Devils now. They finally reset all the way to Sanchez. Sanchez boots this one back up. It's going to be Butts with a good header there. We'll go out of bounds. So it'll be a Blue Devil throw in. Here's Russell. That one out of bounds. Last touched by a Campbell player. This one sent back up the field. It's going to get all the way to the goal line. It'll be a kick for Bacon. Or Dahlin. Usually it's Dahlin. He's got the better leg. Definitely get more distance on these boots. Set teed up. Here it is. This one a line drive. Going to be taken by Patel. Sent up to the stop side. Nobody there. It's going to go out of bounds. There's a throw in, skipped up by Patel. Sent back the other way via header by Norcross. Lois sends it to the bottom. Banks charging in. Goes to Oskinek and back to Banks. Up ahead to Lois, back to Banks. But that one too far out of range.
Looked like they were trying to do a couple 1-2 plays right there to try and get out of that tight space they created themselves.
There's Hernandez going up to Banks. Or excuse me, that's Butts. That one's just going to be sent out of bounds. There's Butts trying down the middle for Capoletti, goes over his head, and then well defended. There's Lois, and no one there to really get a good strike off of his pass. Will be collected by Sanchez. You guys up off the bench for the Spartans looking to come into the game. It's both Carpenter twins, JC and Scott. They'll be the first subs of the game. Dollinaires this one. Looking for Banks. It's off his foot. He'll go out of bounds.
One of these two Carpenter twins was posted onto the ECNL official soccer page a couple days ago. Very good accomplishment from him, considering that.
That'll be JC, I think it was. So, a bit of a warning to the officials. I believe it was Gavin Banks and the guy who was guarding Luis Ramirez. Given warnings for something. Down to Oskanek. Oskanek up ahead. It's deflected and will go to Banks, and Banks kind of stumbled over himself and it goes out of bounds. Oskanek with the header just sends it right back to where it was. There's Oskanek again. Sit up. Once, twice. There's Banks off his foot, looking for Russell. Off his chest, and now it'll fall to Patel. Patel with some space, looking for Banks. Just slowed down a little bit. Now back to the middle of the field to Russell. Back to Patel. Patel to Capoletti. Capoletti fires too high.
With the amount of shots that Capoletti is taking, he is bound to score a goal in this match.
Here come both the Carpenters.
Scott Carpenter and number 9, JC Carpenter.
The coach for Norcross was yelling out some words of encouragement earlier to his players.
It's Russell and Banks who come off and plays the two Carpenters, and here is JC. Now down the bottom of the screen, it's Luis Ramirez. Ramirez to the middle of the field. Schlicking clears it out, but not that good of a clear. Scott Carpenter comes in, though, gets a good touch, and Schlicking gets a better clear this second time. Still a dangerous spot. Oh, and that just shut everything down. A bad pass. Out of bounds, it'll be a Spartan throw-in now. Patel, header, looking for Capoletti, goes over his head. And a whistle going to be blown, I think, on Capoletti. The kick, it'll be Sanchez who does it. Pretty good kick. And dangerous spot down towards the goal. Good defense by Schlicking, and then cleared out by Dahlin. And Butts comes in with another good defensive play. And just clears that one all the way away. My first sub coming for the Blue Devils is Jesse Suarez. Coming in for looks like Edwin Lorenzo.
Blue Devil substitution, number 17, Jesse Suarez.
A couple of heads. It is Carpenter who gets some space. Working to the edge, tries to get it away. It's deflected, and it'll be a Spartan throw-in. Down the field, Capoletti there goes under his leg and out of bounds. Throw in, Oskanek popped up. Looking for Dahlin. He's well defended, but it falls to Lois. Tries to go upfield. It's sent back. Still fighting, and Lois going to get a whistle blown, as it was Brendan Ramirez who went to the ground.
Lois tried using his body to get out of that tight spot, but that kind of backfired on
Bringing
him.
Suarez way up close to midfield to do this kick. I mean, he's been getting pretty good distance on him, but a slight slip up could be a real risk, especially with the distance he's got to run. Let's get good distance on this one, though. On, it's defended to the middle of the field and into the net. That one went off of somebody's body and right in front of the goal as the Blue Devils tie it 1-1.
Freddie Sanchez has a very strong kick, and with that strong kick, I wouldn't be surprised if he ended up making an assist in this game.
I couldn't tell who it was that ball went off of, but it unintentionally went off somebody's attempt to deflect it and went right in front of the goal, and not much Bacon could have done there. Now we're tied at 1 apiece. Zelda Hernandez back underway. Hernandez to Oskanek. Oskanek, nice move. Now Oskanek to the middle of the field. Too much air on it, though. That goes out of bounds. It'll be a kick for Sanchez. It's Javi James with the goal for the Blue Devils. Kick by Suarez. Hernandez there off his chest. Scott Carpenter trying to reverse field. Can't. Now Blue Devils get it back. Carpenter there recontests. Still fighting. Does finally get possession. Nice move. Goes to Schlitking, who tries to clear it out. Blue Devils keep possession on, but lose just field position. Sanchez steps up to boot this one high. It's going to land... Sent towards, and Dahlin just going to kick this one high and away, out of bounds.
Smart move from Dahlin to just pun the ball out of play. If the ball stayed in play, it still ran the risk of the Blue Devils gaining possession, and since the ball was pretty close to the goal, it could have ended one way or another.
Off Dahlin's head, off of Lois's head, now onto the ground. The Devils working backwards here. That's into the sideline butts there. The contest knocks it out of bounds. Shuts the run down. That'll be a throw in here for the Blue Devils. Goes in, sent over the head. Bacon trying to close. And instead of closing, just boxes out or let it go out of bounds. So it'll be a kick from the box by Dahlin, I presume. Here's Dahlin's kick. Capoletti, first contact at the 40, gets by, waves the defenders. Thought about going to Sanchez, but just kick it out of bounds. So we get a throw in on the top side. It'll be Butts to throw it in, I believe.
No Matthew Gibbs in this game right now.
I don't know if he's in the game for an injury-related reason, but yeah, he's not played at all in this game. There's Schlitking. Back to Oskanek. Oskanek, a couple hesitations, kicks, and it's deflected out of bounds. sent out. Off Dahlon's head. And cleared away. Really big kick. Bacon's just going to back up. Oh, almost got away from him. He gets it.
That hit to the face reminded me of that Scott Sterling video back in the past. Same jersey color and everything.
Punt by Bacon. Capoletti's there. Gonna get a good touch on it though. Still there, using that big frame. Try and create some space. It's out to Schlitking. Schlitking to Patel. Patel up to Scott Carpenter. Carpenter fires towards middle of the field. Also run for Capoletti there. Now it's J.C. Carpenter going back out to Oskinek. Oskinek working. Now cuts it inside to Capoletti. Capoletti tried to spin around and get a shot off. Well defended though. Didn't go more than 2 yards, and now it's going to be cleared back down the right side. Dallin just going to box out and let it go out of bounds. Oskinek throws it in just to Hernandez. Hernandez quick kick up field. The header for J.C. Carpenter. And somebody at the turf. Foul going to be called on J.C. Carpenter. It was Raul Pichardo who went down. Sanchez up to get a kick. This one again. Last time he got up this close to kick one. Blue Devils got a goal off of it.
It was close to that exact same spot as well.
This one another good kick. Dallin though, with a good header there, clears it. And J.C. Carpenter coming in. Try and get some good field position with a nice pass to Alessio Lois. Lois to Patel. Patel trying to go back to J.C. That one's cleared away. Hernandez is going to take this one though and start coming back up the other way again. Going to go over Patel's head to Scott Carpenter. And back to Patel. Patel tried to go back to Carpenter, had it deflected, and goes back to Schlitking. Schlitking way across other side of the field. That's Oskinek. Oskinek back to Dallin. Dallin to Hernandez, right back to Dallin. Up ahead Patel, back to Dallin again. Well, that one's up ahead to J.C. Carpenter. Carpenter using his quick feet. Carpenter bringing it down middle of the field. Now working to the outside, trying to find some space, and has it kicked away. Butts charging in, trying to keep the run alive, and comes away with possession of it. Butts to the middle of the field, too high though. Was looking for Capoletti. Got too much air under the pass. I think Carpenter was looking for a whistle when he got the ball kicked away from him, but none given. Kick by Sanchez. First touch by Hernandez. Now it's Oskinek. Try to get ahead, but too much punch on that touch. And it goes out of bounds. Oh, everybody wearing blue at least thought that should have been Campbell ball. It's Troy Connolly right there. And that one gets the Campbell favor. Oskinek throw into Dallin, to Hernandez, right back to Dallin. Back to Hernandez. Hernandez, Patel, back to Hernandez. And now that's looking for Lois. Back to Patel. On a midfield passing here. Now this one goes to Scott Carpenter all the way on the other side. That's up ahead for Butts, and that one might have been too far in front of Butts. Couldn't catch up to that one. It goes out. There's Lois to Scott Carpenter. That one out. Last off the touch of Patel. It's be a Norcross throw in.
So far, it's been a pretty calm game. Not that many calls being called, and not any cards being thrown out in the air as well.
And we got 2 offside flags in the first 5 minutes. Since then, nothing. Strong goes all the way back to Sanchez, who's going to boot this one. And this one a little bit shorter, though. It was Butts who was trying to contest, but it goes over his head. It falls. Blue Devils trying to take it upfield, but good defense being played by Patel. Gives the chance for Scott Carpenter to get it up the field. Now it's Patel, back to Scott. Carpenter firing down towards the field. Charging in is Alessio Lois. Alessio Lois towards the middle of the field, and Sanchez is going to fall on it. Once again, it was Piero Capoletti trying to close in. Good save for Sanchez. Keep the tie intact. This punt higher than his last, further than his last. King will kick it up and have it popped up again. Closing is J.C. Carpenter. He'll get it to Oskinak. Oskinak back to Carpenter. Carpenter looking up the field. Was looking for Lois, but that one sliced too far away. And Lois couldn't get a good angle to get a clean receive on it. It goes out of bounds. That was a full shove to the back of Aaron Oskinek by the Blue Devil Jesse Suarez. A foul given. Spartans go quick with it. There's J.C. Carpenter, goes to Hernandez. Hernandez to Lois. Lois trying to get it to the other side, or at least the middle of the field. No one there. Has it taken away. Now going down up the top side are the Blue Devils. It's Schlitking there trying to play defense. Somebody goes down. Schlitking gets up. Oh, they're going to call a foul on Schlitking. Whoa. That one looked like the player just slipped. Can't tell who that is down there. Oh. Be basically a corner for the Blue Devils.
Are the Spartans going to decide to do a wall? It looks like they're not.
It'll just be Butts standing out in front. Well, everybody gets down near the box. This one, high kick, and goes over everyone's heads, and will go out of bounds. I think it was slightly grazed by Dahlin. So it'll be a throw-in now from basically the same spot, just on the other side for the Blue Devils. There are 5 minutes left in the first half. Here's the throw-in. Dahlin. Both Dahlin and Schlitking not good touches on it. And finally, it's Patel who clears that away. And it was almost dangerous.
Yeah, a scary situation for the few couple of seconds that the ball was there.
There's a throw-in. Somebody hit the ground, and a foul going to be called. 2 guys are down for the Spartans, Schlitking and Oskinak. Don't know where the foul was given. I think it was Oskinak who got fouled.
Schlitting may be a defender, but he's done quite well adjusting to the new position.
I believe it's his first start at that particular position this year. There's the boot by Dahlin. Slicing to the right. And I'll go out of bounds. No chance for either Butts or Scott Carpenter to make a chance at a receive. One spot down. There's Hernandez. Crosses back. And a whistle going to be blown on Hernandez. Somebody goes down. Hernandez can't believe it. So set him up for another free kick here. 32-yard marker on the far hash. Less subs than usual. But the Spartans, they've only made 2 all game. That was about halfway through the first half. Comes the kick. High down. It's just going to go right to Bacon, who makes a nice grab. Save that one. Bacon going to punt this one away. High punt. Going to get by midfield. Scott Carpenter, the only Spartan there, comes away with a touch. And it'll be the Blue Devils taking it back, working down to the bottom now. I'm not going to reverse it backwards. Now back towards the middle of the field. And that one is going to be kept in bounds. Nice defensive play by both Miles Russell, who's checked back in, and Aaron Oskinek trying to bring it up now. That one gets by Russell, though, to Dahlin, to Patel. We'll just go back to Bacon. We'll charge up and just drive that one as far as he can. It'll fall for Russell. Russell tried to go to Oskinek, but the pass behind him. J.C. Carpenter there to make the recovery, though. Stops, reverses field, goes to his brother Scott Carpenter. Carpenter towards the middle of the field, and it's going to go out of bounds. Last off, the kick by Carpenter. Sanchez going to kick this one away.
Looks like it's the first time that Sanchez is punting the ball from his side of the field.
First touch by Patel. Capoletti trying to get a touch to Scott Carpenter. Too far out in front, though. It's well defended. Butts with a good header. No one there to get a second touch. And Scott Carpenter with some contesting now. And looking for a whistle. And they gave a whistle to Scott Carpenter. They're about to give him a yellow. And they do. Wow. Evan Banks going to check back in for Scott Carpenter. I forgot to mention Russell came in for Alessio Lois a few minutes beforehand. Was it Lois? Scratch, I think it might have been Hernandez instead. Went out. This one down towards the goal. Dahlin with a really good play. There's Butts with a touch to Patel. Back up ahead to, that's Banks. Well defended though. Dangerous spot with a minute left. Blue Devils threatening. And that one going to get out before anyone can make a play on it.
It looked like Dahlin was intending to shoot the ball a bit more onto the middle of the field, but it landed onto the right side of the field instead.
Gotta go quick for the Spartans. Set him up for a corner here. 10 seconds left. Oskinek sets it up. Steps back. Doesn't have time to go. Here it comes. Down towards off the post. And going to be no chance for any form of rebound. His time expires, and that'll be all for the first half. So Spartans score within 30 seconds. And Norcross responds about halfway through. That keeps us at a 1-1 tie. We are going to head to halftime. Be back for the second half right after this. All right, welcome back to McDaniel Stadium. Second half is upon us. Still 40 more minutes of soccer to be played here. A tie game and a 1-1 score. Norcross and Campbell. Looked like Campbell was going to try and maybe run away from this earlier in the first 5-10 minutes, and Norcross came storming right back. And it's been pretty even since then. I'll be joined this half by Caleb Creary. Thank you for joining me.
How are we doing? Both teams definitely matching score-wise, but we'll see what happens in the second half.
Back. Quick look, it looks like it'll be all the same guys for the Spartans out there. So Hernandez will stay on the bench, an interesting choice. Don't know if there's any reasoning behind that. All right, back underway. Second half, there's J.C. Carpenter, and a good contest on that one, just trying to get some space. It ricochets out to Patel. Patel to Lois. Lois trying to get it to bottom of the screen. Butts there. And they called foul on Lois or handball on Butts, one of the two.
Only a couple of seconds. You could tell the Devils are uptight on that ball. Those early seconds in the half.
I think it was a handball on Butts that they called. Nope, looks more like a foul. So Suarez is going to kick his kick. Got a really good leg. They've shown it off so far. This is how they got their first goal of the game. Oskinek there, though, with a good header to defend that back out. Russell, who has the lone Spartan goal. There it goes across the field. That's Banks. Nobody there. Off of that pass, it's Slitking going to Banks. Banks trying to get it past one defender and manages to get deflected out of bounds. So they'll reset the Spartans for a throw-in. Throw-in goes to J.C. Carpenter, middle of the field. Popped up to Capoletti. Capoletti trying to work. That's a defensive one guy, can't get it. And that one gets by Butts. With a good touch. Gets it back to Capoletti, to Patel. Patel to Butts. And Butts trying to go up ahead to Banks, and that one's sent the other way. Bacon got to come off and tried to clear it away, and it goes right off the guy's head. Can tell. Who is that? That is Dennis Leva, it looks like. No, excuse me. That's Yabi Burgos. That one deflected off his head. Allen. We'll get a kick and a discussion among the officials. I'm guessing on the spot of the ball. Allen had it out in front of the box. Now he'll bring it back inside the box. And we'll just go to the bottom of the field to Slitking. Slitking up ahead. Couldn't tell if he kind of had a shank on that one. Somebody's shoe comes off and a foul is called on Alessio Lois. That was Dennis Leva, let his shoe come off. Couldn't tell if somebody stepped on it or if he just got a flat tire. Walker Bettino. Kick this one. This one good kick. Dallin though. Using that big frame to get it popped up. Now sent back towards middle of the field and couldn't tell who it was that deflected that way, whether it was Bacon or it was Butts. But either way, a good stop to defend a goal. Looked like it was Butts, I think. We'll set the Devils up for a corner. That was a scary spot, real close to being the tie-breaking goal, but Butts with a good defensive play shuts it down. Still a dangerous spot, though. There's the corner, goes all the way to the top. It's popped up, and Butts going to let it fall. Some contact on there. Now trying to run. Still trying to get it cleared out. Send it back down to the bottom. And Lois there. And it's going to be a foul on Brandon Ramirez. So that run, for the moment, looks to be shut down. Slitking. As it's set up. Kicking this one deep. It's going to bounce over Capoletti's head. Now it's J.C. Carpenter at midfield. Trying to get it to Capoletti. It goes past him. A little bit too far to the right. Now the Devils bringing it back up. Bad receive. Now Russell will take advantage and get it to Slitking. Slitking to Patel to Butts. Butts running along the bottom, going to Russell. Russell tried to get it past one defender. It's cleared out, but it's going right to Butts. Butts towards the center. Suarez steps up and makes the catch before any shot can be attempted. This one a line drive by Suarez, sent right to Schlitking, and Schlitking just works backwards, goes to Dowlin. Dowlin up ahead to, that's Banks. Banks to Patel, Patel to Oskanak. Oskanak to Carpenter. Carpenter bringing it up middle of the field. Goes to Alessio Lois. Lois to Patel, Patel bottom to Butts. Butts to Carpenter. Carpenter back to Butts. Butts trying to work around two defenders, gets it to Lois. It's a nice touch. Here's Lois. Lois to Miles Russell. Russell to Lois. All the way back to Butts. Butts, Patel. Back to Butts. Back to Patel. Trying to find some space to work down the field. Now it's to Lois. Now got it to Patel. There's a little bit of space. But quickly, it's taken away. This one's finally cleared all the way out. Flicking there. Gets it to Carpenter. Carpenter to Oskanak. To Patel. Got about 30 passes within 20 yards in the past minute. Now they finally got some space. Here's Russell. Russell, middle of the field. Can't tell who that is down there. It's Banks. He can't get a shot off. That one's cleared away. It was in between two defenders, just trying to find some space. Couldn't find any. Now Blue Devils working back down the field. Looked like that was going to be a flag for a moment. They didn't throw it. Now, down towards the goal. Passed. Oh! Tried to lead his teammate for the easy kicking, but just too hard of a touch. Good call by Bacon to try and charge down on that. Disrupted that goal.
Spartan's having a lot of good touches, but not really being able to get into that post to set up the goal.
Just haven't been able to get positive field position, especially once they get past around this area right here. Usually they get 10, 15 yards into the Blue Devil side of the field and then stall out. Haven't had a fully established run. Lois to Patel. Patel bringing it up middle of the field. Going to Banks on the left side, and they're going to say that ball went out of bounds. It'll be a Blue Devil throw-in. Throw-in rolls off of somebody's back. It's Oskanak who kicks it up, looking for Capoletti. And a foul going to be called on Capoletti. It'll be a free kick from there. Blue Devils down to the bottom of the field, trying to get around. Somebody falls down, and they call a foul on Butts. Oh, that didn't even look like a foul. The guy just looked like he spun himself out.
Yeah, it just fell off the spin.
I'm blowing a whistle on anybody going to the ground in this one. So I said the Blue Devils up the free kick. The bottom side, 30-yard line. Here's a kick. This one's slicing away from the goal. And that one launched off the crossbar of the field goal post. was Luis Ramirez with that attempt. There's Dahlin. There's a line drive. Up the bat midfield. Carpenter. Well received, gets it to Banks, and Banks can't keep it in bounds.
The Spartans kind of take their time here. Rush passes. Just kind of need to settle in, get going.
Capoletti trying to work between two defenders. Finally gets some space. Carpenter comes in. Now takes it. Goes down to Russell. Russell trying to fire on the goal. Has it well defended. It goes out of bounds. Oh, it's going to be a throw-in instead of a corner. It was a good play. Stop that one from getting past the back line. But still, it'll be a pretty close throw-in for the Spartans. Throw into Lois. It's off somebody's head. Gets by Carpenter. That one's well defended. Blue Devils are bringing it back out. Now it's back towards the middle of the field. Working back down the other end. Dahlin with a nice touch. It's Oskanek going to be in open field, going to be able to get some space. Tried to go to Banks, but worked backwards. I think Aaron should have just hung on to that one. Kept the going off the field for just a little bit more. Off the header, the throw-in, Oskanek, and then Dahlin with consecutive headers. And off Dahlin's, it goes out of bounds. It'll be another throw-in. This one's just closer up. There's a throw-in. And off, that's a bad touch. It's right off the guy's foot. That was Eduardo Encino, I think. Excuse me, that was Burgos. Throw-in, I believe it was Capoletti who had the touch. Lois hits the ground, no whistle. There's a delayed whistle. I'm about to say, with some of the fouls they've been calling so far, oh yeah, it's a yellow too. Brendan Ramirez gets given a yellow card. So he will come out. Oskanek will set it up for a free kick. Still no Hernandez in the game. Don't know if there's a reason for that either. Still yet to see Matthew Gibbs as well. Two crucial Spartan midfielders, and are they about to give another yellow? Oh, I don't know what. I don't know who that was given to. It was gesturing towards one of the two benches. Looked like the Norcross bench. Might have been gesturing towards their coach. Well, the kick is stopped by Suarez, and he's going to boot this one away. Butts trying to get a good touch on it. Oskanek there. And going to kick it back up, looking for Russell, and it's kicked right back. Popped up Sky. Dahlin pops it right back up. And going to be an offside called, and it is. Flag is thrown. So Dahlin going to kick this one to Oskanek. He pops it up again. He's trying to find some space, gets it by two defenders. Oskanek now middle of the field, trying to look for Lois. Couldn't get it to him. Now bringing it back. Running to the top side, step for step with Dahlin. Gets by Dahlin, working towards the middle. Slitking, though, clears it away. And it will be... I think it'll be a throw-in.
Good job by Slit King for killing that play. You don't want it to get any further. You don't want a Devil to get a foot on that.
Good job to keep it away from the back line. It'll be a throw instead of a corner. Makes it much more easier to defend. And boom, just like that, already it's defended. Now bringing it up the field on a run is Banks. Banks with one man in front, now two guys. It's Capoletti and Russell. Both break towards the goal. Russell goes on a run now. They go to Russell. Russell! Oh, Suarez with a good stop. Ball still loose, and it's kicked away off of Banks. It's going to be a goal kick instead of a corner.
If Russell got to that any sooner, definitely would have got the right touch on it.
That looked like it was going to be the run. I broke the tie, but just couldn't get enough execution on the back end of it. There's a kick from Suarez over Patel's head, and he's going to get a foul. He's going to get fouled. It's Avi James with the foul. So coming up for the Spartans is going to be Andrew Balakume. His first time into the game today. When he does come in, Schlicking looking for Carpenter. Carpenter up ahead to Russell. Russell to Schlicking. Schlicking up ahead to Carpenter. Carpenter with a good look on the goal. And no whistle going to be blown. It's going to be a corner. Well, that was close to being a penalty.
Good setup by Schlicking, getting it right back to him, but Carpenter couldn't get past the defender.
All right, it's going to be Odsconnect to do the corner. And down in Tycho's Dahlin. They try and use that big frame to get over the head of everyone else. Here's the kick from Odsconnect. Too far. Capoletti with the header and goes out of bounds. So be a kick for Sanchez. Balakume comes in for Noah Butts.
Substitution number 2, Andrew Balakoon.
So Balakoon into the game for the first time today. Here's the boot. That one almost skipped over Schlicking. Balakoon already into the action. Out of the top side, firing it back towards the middle, but a good stop by Bacon to get his hands on that one. Making a high boot. Carpenter there. Blue Devils going to be set up for a kick here just ahead of midfield. Jordi Roblero to kick this one. And look like 2 subs coming for the Blue Devils. Popped up by Schlicking. And Schlicking going to get there and contest again. And then go out of bounds. Last touched by Blue Devil, I believe it was. So good defense by Schlicking. And yes, 2 subs do come in. One of them being Memory Fafana and the other being Daniel Santana. They will come in for 10 and 11, Luis Ramirez and Yabi Burgos.
Blue Devil substitution number 16, Melanie Fafana, and 25, Daniel Santana.
Fafana and Santana in for Norcross. Here's Dahlin. It's a nice kick. Going to get down over everyone's head. Carpenter back to Dahlin. Dahlin trying to stay on the top side. Go to Oskanak. Oskanak to Carpenter. Carpenter to Patel. Patel to Schlicking. Schlicking tried to go up ahead looking for Russell. That one's intercepted. And now working to the bottom side. And a whistle going to be called. I think that's on Balakoon.
Oh. So that one's
And
not
they're going to
really
give him a
good look.
yellow. Wow.
Oh, wow.
So Butts will come back in, and after a short time in the game, Balakoon will go out. Wow. It's a surprising yellow. First been given to Campbell thus far. We'll set Edmund Lorenzo up for a free kick from about the 20. Lorenzo sets this one up. Ready to kick it. There's the kick. I think it's too high for everybody. 3 points in the fall with 0 here. Goes through the uprights. There's Butts versus Field. Good job goes to Carpenter. Carpenter to Capoletti. Capoletti trying to get by one defender. Get it to Carpenter. Carpenter with a shot. Suarez with a good save, though.
Ooh, what a pass by Capoletti to set up Carpenter, but wasn't strong enough on the shot.
It's through 2 defenders. A nice pass. And just not really an angle for Carpenter to take a shot that had a chance to score. It's a booming kick by Suarez. Dolan trying to go to Banks, but too far to the left. Coming back into the game is Brendan Ramirez for the Blue Devils, and going out is Javi James. There's Dolan who kicks that one away. It's off the roof of the shed. Short throw in and just knocked right back out of bounds. Be a Spartan throw in this time. Oskanek gonna go quickly, looking up ahead for Capoletti. Got the touch off his chest, now got the ball up ahead. Looking for Russell. Russell trying to get that good speed and has it shut down on him as it's sent backwards. Now it's popped up middle of the field. Lois trying to get there. And now it's finally clear. That should be a flag, and it is. Emery Fafana is flagged for offsides. All the way back up at about the 35. Dowling going to do this kick. Does he go short or long? Let's see. Kind of in between. Down to Russell for Lois. It's skipped by Lois, and then to Butts. Butts to Carpenter. Carpenter up ahead to Russell. Russell with some space down in the bottom. Towards the middle, too high. And that's out of bounds.
Too high off the hit by Russell. He definitely took his time a little bit on that one, decided on how he was going to hit it.
Couldn't tell if he was trying to loft it over the goalie's head or try and set somebody else up in the middle. Either way, just too much air under it. Sanchez, going to set it back up. It's another long kick. Lois there with first contact. It's popped up. Now it's sent over. Butts there with a good contest. Butts comes away with it. It goes to Lois. Lois up ahead to Capoletti. And now sent backwards by the Blue Devils. Now working towards the top side is Fafana. Fafana working on Sleeking. Just trying to find some space or an open man. Working backwards, has it taken away by Oskanek, who gets it up ahead to Capoletti to Banks, Nice play by Aaron Oskanek to shut that down and get it back in the right direction. Now Dolan with a touch. Up ahead to Oskanek again, and that goes over Banks' head and out of bounds. Oskanek's throwing, looking for Capoletti. That's got to be a foul, right? And it is. Pretty good position for a free kick for Aaron Oskonek. There's the kick. Down close towards the goal. Dolan closing. Russell there trying to get a good play on it. And no whistles, no play. Couldn't tell who was out of bounds on. I think it was on Norcross, so I'll set Campbell up for a corner. And it will. Even better chance here.
Definitely a good opportunity for the Spartans. Corner is always at.
I'm surprised neither both Capoletti or Dolan down towards the goal. Spartans might try to kick this one out. Try and get a rebound here and a better strike. Now Dolan curves around towards the goal. There's Capoletti off his right foot. Didn't get a good touch on it. It's going to go out of bounds. So Sanchez will get another chance to boot this one away. There it is. Russell sends it back. Good touch off the header, but it goes out of bounds. No one there to continue. It'll be a throw-in about halfway our own side of the field for the Blue Devils. And throw-in, Butts trying to come up and get a good contest. It goes by both him and the guy he was guarding, Lorenzo. It's popped up into the air. Now there's a header sent back down. Butts tried to get a good touch on it. Now it's working towards the side. It's Butts and Fafana. Fafana getting physical. And this went down towards the goal. Just missed. I think it was off the leg of Bacon who made a good save, and it goes out of bounds. It'll set the Blue Devils up for a corner. But a nice piece.
Good save by
of
Bacon.
keeper work there. Brandon Ramirez to set up the corner from the bottom. Here it is. It's a high. It goes over everyone's head, and I think that one's just going to go out of bounds. It'll be a Spartan throw-in. Donlin gets it, and we'll just go short to Oskonek, it looks like. Oskonek back to Donlin. Donlin tried to go up ahead to Lois, has it deflected. Now it's back towards the middle of the field. Blue Devils threatening again towards the bottom. Butts giving chase. Down, nice defensive play by Butts. Limit them to another corner. This has been one of the games I've seen the least amount of subbing from the Spartans. I don't know if it's because of injuries or what. You already know about the unavailability of Fisher Martin due to a leg injury. Still yet to see Matthew Gibbs, and Juan Hernandez has been out of the game since about the 30th minute. Now this one's a bit lower. It's fighting around there. Don't know where the ball is. It's kicked out. Looked like by Patel. Sent back in. Good header by Lois. Oskonek off his foot midair. Butts trying to get a good header on it. Does. And Lois with another good touch. And Lois bringing it up the field. Lois up ahead. Capoletti in a 2-on-1. It's sent down to Russell. Russell off his chest. Russell gets by one defender. Russell crosses back. Try to go back to the middle. It's knocked out of bounds. Oh, that looked like a chance there.
Yeah.
If he got by that last defender, it was just him and the goalie.
Good break for the Spartans.
I got a throw-in deep here. They go short on a throw-in. Out to Butts. Butts back to Schlitking. Schlitking back to Dolan. Dolan looking. Dolan trying to flip up ahead to Capoletti. Didn't get high enough to get over the defender. Now Blue Devils have it coming back. Oh. One past the reach. Couldn't tell who that was down there. Patel to Carpenter. Carpenter to Schlitking. Schlitking. Just bringing it up. A couple of touches now. Going to go to Patel. It goes over his head. It'll be Banks. With a nice touch back to Patel. It's popped up, however. Well defended, and now Banks trying to get it out of a 1-on-2 situation. Now it's a 1-on-1. Banks still working. Cavaletti comes up for help and gets it away. And that goes out of bounds. Last off, a Blue Devil touch. It's popped up near the goal, but Sanchez, another good stop.
Catch by Sanchez, but also a good setup to Carpenter, but he didn't get his foot on it on time.
Whoa! That's got to be.
Wow.
That's got to be a yellow. I think they're coming to give him one. Wow, no card. I mean, that was a full force truck by Lorenzo into Butts. Didn't seem intentional. At least that's what Lorenzo's actions after the fact make it look like. But it was still a hard hit. Back to action here. Schlittking with this kick down. Well, it slides back more towards the top side. Patel trying to get a good touch on it. Couldn't get it. Now it's working back the other way. Past Schlittking. I think he got confused. Now working towards the bottom. Bacon going to step up and just going to kick it away. Play by Bacon.
Harrison Bacon once again getting to that ball before allowing any breaks.
3 subs coming for the Blue Devils. It's Ramirez, Burgos, and James, all who were starters who went out, were now coming back in the game. Throwing for the Blue Devils for Patino, now towards the goal. Allen with first contact, and that one sent way up and out of bounds by Ramirez. Here is Jolin to boot. Another good kick. This one a little bit shorter, though. It's by Lois. It'll go out of bounds. Good idea by Lois to not touch that one. It'll be Spartan throw in. Butts going quick to Lois. Lois is working up the field, and it's out of bounds again. Just a shorter throw in. It'll be it's Patino who knocked that one out. This one will be further up for Butts this time. Assuming he does the throw in again. So you try and go shorter, try and go closer to the goal. Butts looking, going to go short to Lois, and I'll go right back to Butts. Now Butts tries to flip to the goal, and it's sent right back out. Sanchez. Another good kick by Sanchez. Russell trying to get possession of it, get it back to Schlittking, and he does. Schlittking go back up ahead to Lois. And Lois just going to launch this one down. Nobody there. But now Capoletti gets there, and I'll get some contest on it. Ball's worked back towards the middle of the field. Capoletti looking for a whistle, not going to get one. Now Blue Devils are working it back towards the bottom and working it back upfield. That's working on Ramirez. Ramirez cuts back. One's going to be stopped by Oskanek. Goes to Banks. This one popped up. Oskanek and Banks there. Banks with a touch and 2 touches. Goes to Carpenter. Again popped up. This one goes out of bounds, though. Be a throw-in for Oskanek.
Good job by Jordy Roberto for getting out that corner and getting the pass off.
Throw in to Banks, to Carpenter. Carpenter heads up ahead, looking for Banks. Banks back towards the middle of the field, looking for Russell. Russell trying to box out. Russell fires. And Sanchez with one save, with a second save. Oh my God, that's back-to-back quick recover, or not back-to-back, that's 2 in the game where Sanchez made one stop and got up and recovered to stop a second shot. It was Russell with the first shot, and then Capoletti tried to get the rebound, and both saved by Sanchez. Man. This one crossed all the way to the bottom and can't be saved. Spartans going quick with Butts, trying to get it to Russell. It's deflected out of bounds. Butts slows this one down, looking for Russell again. Ramirez with a touch. Butts to Patel, back to Butts. Butts trying to go up ahead. It's sent back to Patel off a deflection, back to Slitking. Slitking up ahead to Lois. Lois back to Butts. Butts with a little bit of a run with some space. Looking down the field for Russell. Might have had too much on that one, and he does. Try to lead Russell into the corner.
Spartans have a lot of good touches, but getting to that far right, he wasn't at the spot.
Here's Sanchez. Kick it away. Just want a lower and shorter kick. Carpenter. Bringing it up just by himself. Dribbling now, cuts it back. Looks for Capoletti. Capoletti going to go backwards to Butts. Butts to Lois, and Lois, not a good touch, and it went out of bounds. So throw-in will go back to Sanchez. Sanchez going to kick this one high. Middle of the field over Patel and Ramirez's head. Butts tried to get a kick, but Ramirez with a good stop. It goes out. Last touch by Butts. Patino will throw it in. This one maybe a little shorter than he'd like. Good deflection by Butts. Get it back out. And Lois there to take it away. Go up ahead to Carpenter. Carpenter up ahead to Russell. Russell with a run now. Russell going to slow it down. Spartans catch up on offense. Russell still running down this bottom lane. Cusses it back and can't stop it from just inching out of bounds.
How Russell changes his pace and doesn't rush and thinks about what he's going to do next.
5 minutes to go. Now whistle going to be blown. I'm going to call him back. Throw in Russell will go off. Or might just get a drink, and he does. Some fans just got ejected, if I'm not too mistaken. They did. So an entire group of students just got ejected from the game. By my count, it's 9 of them. And each single one of them sitting right next to each other just got removed for heckling matters, I assume. So back to action now. Butts will throw it in. 4.5 minutes left. Back Butts up about 5 yards. Butts looking for Carpenter. And it deflects back out to Butts. Butts going to skip it up ahead. Nobody there, though. Sent backwards to Dahlin. And, yeah, that's way offsides. That was Burgos. Got flagged there. Here's Schlittking. And tried to go up at the lowest, had it deflected. It goes to Butts, back to Schlittking. Now this one up ahead to Russell. Russell trying to slow it down, goes to Lois. Lois trying to get by one defender. He can't. It's taken away. And that's out of bounds. Oh, that's touched by Lois. And I think the card is about to be given to Coach Connolly, and it is. They gave him a warning, and he's got to be careful. He might get tossed. Getting another talking to from the official is Coach Connolly, who told him to go back to his bench. He's asking if he's okay there. Didn't get an answer.
Got a warning.
A warning after the card? I think that order's a little backwards. But fair, he did get a warning earlier in the game. Bacon steps up, kicks that away. Oh, and a foul going to be called on Capoletti. Wow. So Sanchez with some good space to kick this away. It's a good kick down towards the goal, but it skips off a touch by a Blue Devil and out of bounds. A little over 2 minutes left. Still tied at 1. The kick by Donlin looking for Capoletti. A couple of backwards headers for the Blue Devils. Not in the right direction now. Finally, it's kicked up and it'll go out of bounds. Butts looking to throw it in. Butts looking up ahead to Russell. And another one kicked out by the Blue Devils, so it'll be another Spartan throw-in. Chances to try and break the tie closing. This is under 2 minutes now. Throw-in is deflected and it'll go back out of bounds, so Butts will throw it in again. Just got to look at Gibbs, who hasn't been in this game at all. He's in civvies down there on the sideline, so I presume injury related for him. He's the guy Spartans would like to have in this situation in terms of throw-ins. You can launch it. Malakoon set to come back in after he got a yellow card earlier. With a minute left. Couple of good touches for the Blue Devils. Allen just knocks that out of bounds off a header.
I was looking to score off of this one. Only 36 minutes left. Oh, Spartans.
It's Capoletti. One sent to the top. It's out of bounds. Spartans got to go quick at these throw-ins now. 20 seconds. They're about Oskinek. Nobody there off that throw-in. There's the header looking for Capoletti. Capoletti just trying to get it to anybody. Get it into any space. Russell now with a little bit of it. Gonna flip it up looking for Lois, but too high. And I don't think Spartans are gonna get a chance here. And that's gonna do it. There goes the time. And a scoreless second half leads us at a 1-1 final score.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of regulation, we are
So,
still tied.
end of regulation.
We're going to take
Still
a quick 5-minute break, and we will
1-1.
begin our overtime.
And we'll have 2 overtime periods of 15 minutes each. Coming up soon after this. So that's what you can expect next. We'll be right back for that right after this. All right, welcome back to McDaniel Stadium for the first of the two 10-minute overtime periods. We'll be get with a 1-1 score. Winner could be decided after 80 minutes of regulation. So to an overtime we go. Had some, not going to mince my words, some questionable officiating thus far. couple of injuries for the Spartans. Fisher Martin, Matthew Gibbs, and still don't know the status of Juan Hernandez, who hasn't played since the first half. But we look set to go back to action here. It's been an eventful game.
Couple warnings given by the ref.
Good number of cards, a good number of warnings given to coaches, and 9 fans who have gotten ejected who are still sitting out there in the parking lot waving over the fence. And we're set to go back to soccer now. So, you guys get to keep watching and supporting. The loyal fans they are. Slit King up ahead. Field is flipped again. Spartans going right to left. There's Dahlin. I think Dahlin rolled over that one. I was trying to go to Slit King. Slit King there. And good defense. It's cut back to the middle of the field. Oskinek clears it out. That one skipped up ahead. Back to the center. This one down towards the goal. Bacon just sits there, collects that. For this overtime period, for both of them, I'll be joined by Manny. Let's come back on.
These Norcross players are very agile on the field.
There's a punt by Bacon. Pretty good Russell there. Trying to just get any control. It's to J.C. Carpenter, to Butts, to Patel, Patel to Dahlin. Launching this one, trying to go for Banks, but too far to the right. Now it's sent right back to Dahlin, and that'll go out of bounds. That one popped up as the header by Schlittking. Off of Russell's head to Butts. Butts reverses field. A nice move to get around one defender. Goes back to Schlittking. Schlittking. I tried to go up ahead to Carpenter. It looked like well defended and taken away. Now sent to the bottom. Oskinek charging in and manages to get it away. Patel back to Oskinek. Bad to Lois. We touch back to Patel. Back to Oskinek. Oskinek can fire this one. Trying to look for Russell, but that's cut off. Lois looking for Capoletti. Flipped up. It's Carpenter. And that one cleared away. Now it's Butts along the top side. Tried to get it cleared away. That goes out off of Butts. Still got those guys just sitting out there watching over that broken fence. I mean, technically they're outside of the stadium.
They're using the fence as a trampoline right now.
There's a throw in over Patel's head. Well defended by Oskinek. Allows the Spartans to clear it out. Gets it to Capoletti. Capoletti with some space. Capoletti looking down for Banks, who's got to run, but Suarez is there and makes the catch. That one might have been too far in front of Banks from him to get a good run on it. Suarez just going to roll it and I assume get a good kick away on this one, and he does. Be Oskinek there, and I'll skip by him, go to Luis Ramirez. Ramirez working backwards, and further back the Blue Devils go. I'll go back all the way to Sanchez, kicks it back up. Schlittking steps up, goes to Carpenter. Carpenter back to Dahlin. And Dahlin had that one overtaken. And just waiting for that one to go out of bounds. I don't know what the Norcross player was doing. There was Javi Burgos. Looked like he was trying to box it out, but he was the last one to touch it. So that one goes out, and it's out on him. So Oskinek going to throw this one in now. Try and throw this one, looking for Capoletti. Gets it to him. Capoletti looking Working towards the bottom, slowing down, trying to cut it back. And that one's cleared away. Going to be a Campbell throw-in. Close there down on the left side towards the bottom. Oskinek will do the throw-in. Oskinek, this one was a no man's land. Tell with a header. Capoletti tried to get a header. This one's kicked back out. It's Carpenter to Capoletti, and that one's out of bounds. Just skied way too high. There's Sanchez with the kick. Lois there with the first touch. Oskinek going to send it back the other way and just sent Sanchez back up for another kick.
We haven't seen Sanchez take a punt from the 30-yard line again since the first half.
Well, hasn't really had a chance to, but now one opportunity he did have in the first half. Norcross got a goal off of it. It's a real powerful leg for him. From the box again. This one lower and shorter. One good touch off a header for the Blue Devils. Now Lois, with some good defense, gets it away, gets it to Carpenter. Carpenter to Banks running down low. On the bottom line. Banks cuts it back towards the middle, looking for Capoletti. Capoletti with a good touch. Goes out. Now it's back to Oskinek. Oskinek going to go to Butts. To the top. Butts cuts it back to the middle. Butts looking, try to cut it back inside, but has it kicked away from him. Trying to work his way past two defenders. And no help in sight. This one hit back to the middle of the field to be Oskinek. Just going to flip it to Schlittking. Schlittking with some space up ahead to Lois. Lois up ahead looking for Russell. Russell back to Lois. Lois now kicking down towards the goal. It's Capoletti. Goes over his head. And just going to be knocked away. Opportunity there. Now it's Carpenter. Carpenter trying to work. Get the ball around in some space. And I don't know. I guess trying to clear it. Just didn't get a good touch on it.
Capoletti's luck while looking for this goal has been quite unfortunate so far.
3 subs coming for the Blue Devils. Fafana, Jesse Suarez, and Daniel Santana all coming back in. There's a kick by Sanchez. Ramirez. Gets it back. Now let's work back up ahead. Now Schlittking running side by side with Fafana. Schlittking goes down and a foul going to be called on Fafana. Schlittking still down. He's slow to get up. Battered back line for the Spartans. Fisher Martin and Andrew Balakun, who you'd assume would come in. If one of these guys back there would have gotten injured. Already has a yellow. And now another foul by Russell. He can't believe it. He's trying to plead his case. He's got to be careful. He's going to be given a yellow. I'll be surprised. So it'll be a free kick for the Blue Devils. Sanchez will come up to do this one from about the 30. Got it teed. Not teed, really set. This one a shorter kick. By his standards at least, over Patel's head. Dahlin just trying to get it away. Uses his shoulder to check. And they called... Did they call handball on Dahlin?
A handball on that was a very
I
bad
mean,
call.
that was almost clear as day he used his shoulder.
Yeah,
It was his
definitely
right shoulder.
Either this ref needs to
Wow.
look at the books again or something.
I mean, that looked clear. That Dahlin kind of jerked his shoulder forward to try and clear that one away.
We need some VAR in this match right now.
Wow. So the Blue Devils will be set up for a PK here with 50 seconds left in the first overtime period. Looking to break the tie. I mean, that was, wow. Dahlin will go out, Balakun will go in.
I'd suggest we should check his pockets for any Benjamins.
Wow. I believe it's Patino. Okay, excuse me, that is Jordi Roblero. Here's the kick. PK is deflected! And it's in the goal, but right off the deflection, nobody there to play defense. The original PK was blocked, but the rebound was not. And the Blue Devils go up 2-1.
Almost came out exactly like the PK taken for the girls' game, except with that ending that just happened.
So a 2-1 Norcross score now off a very, very questionable handball call on Misha Dahlin. Wow. Shocked. Here's Auskanak. And that one kicked out of bounds over to the right side. Well, time dwindling on this first overtime period. There'll be one more after this of 10 minutes. Up ahead, Patel makes first touch off of Sanchez's kick. Lois tried to get it away. And foul going to be called on the Blue Devils. Not going to matter. Time's going to expire. It'll be the of the first overtime period. There'll be one more of 10 minutes to decide this one. And we'll go to break. Be back right after this.
Nick, he gave me.
All right, welcome back to McDaniel Stadium for the second overtime period. Got 10 more minutes on the clock here. Spartans down 2-1 after a rebound PK goal for the Blue Devils off a very, very questionable handball call. But I guess that's just my opinion, although it's shared by every other person with some essence of common sense in the stadium. 10 more minutes. Norcross kickoff. And we're back underway. They go quickly to the bottom, and that pass going to go out of bounds. Alakun has come into the game between the periods. Can't tell who's gone off. Oh, it was Dahlin. No, he came in the end of the last period for Dahlin after that handball, air quotes. Capoletti goes down. He's looking for a foul. Not going to get one. Sanchez boots this one away. Good header by Butts. Carpenter comes in. Banks tries charging in. Gets by him, and now that one's kicked away. Bacon going to come up and just punt that one out of bounds. Opt for a throw-in, too.
That ball almost went into that trash can. It was just like, I'd say 2 inches away from that trash can rim.
That would have been pretty funny. Well, not funny for the guy who has to go get it, but free kick, couple of headers. It's Butts who gets a touch on it to Patel. Patel looking up ahead for Capoletti. Capoletti looking up ahead for Russell. That's well defended. And it's kicked backward. Schlitking there with a touch. And it's popped back up. Butts working on Fafana. And Fafana firing on the goal. Too far to the right, excuse me. It's out of bounds. Fafana didn't have much of an angle. It was well covered up by Bacon. And just didn't have an on-target kick. Bacon to go short to Schlitking. Schlitking up ahead to Russell. Russell up ahead to Lois. Lois to the middle of the field. Cuts by 2 defenders. Now cuts it back inside for Capoletti. Past the legs of Capoletti. Sanchez going to charge in. And stop the one. Collect the ball. Everybody moves back. Here's the boot from Sanchez. That one sent all the way down towards the goal. Not a flag. I was looking for an offside flag. This one sent back towards the middle. Here's Fafana. Fafana with a shot. Had it deflected. Well defended. Coming back in. Here's a second chance. But again, well defended. That's Oskanak. And Oskanak got spiked. Finally, they get a foul. So Oskanak going to get a free kick inside the box. Going to go up to Butts. Skates under Butts, goes to Patel. Patel up ahead to J.C. Carpenter. Carpenter looking for Miles Russell, bottom of the screen. Russell with some space, just got to cut the ball off, and he does. Stops it from the back line. Cuts it back for Capoletti. Capoletti charging in is into the net for Lewis! Tie game once again.
That was a great play from the Spartans. They knew each other. They knew where they were. They let the ball go through, and it hit the back of the net, tying this game and bringing a balance to a questionable call.
Tie game once again. A couple of good passes by Russell Capoletti, and to finish it off was Alessio Lois. And we are tied once again with a 2-2 score. Also with a deflection, it's to Patel. Patel to Schlitking. Schlitking bad looking for Capoletti. Capoletti spikes that one. He's getting held on to. Now Capoletti gets free. Capoletti firing towards the goal, and just a slow roller to Sanchez. And Russell running towards the bottom. I don't know why I didn't try to opt for that instead. Instead, Sanchez going to boot this one away again. Butts is there. Touch to Balakun. Back to Butts and to Lois. Lois up ahead to Russell. Russell to Lois. Back to Russell. And back to Lois. Lois let it go by him to Balakoon instead. Balakoon tried to go up to Russell and miss accuracy in the pass. It goes out of bounds. There's a throw in. Headed by Lois. It's to Carpenter. And that one's kicked out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for Balakoon. Balakoon, long high throw in looking for Capoletti. It's well defended. It's out to Oskanek. Oskanek lets it drop over him and kicks it back. Was looking for Banks. And the header goes it out of bounds. Be a throw in for Banks, I believe. Or Balakoon will go down to do a throw in instead. Balakoon with a decent distance throw in here. Try to go through the goal. It's high pop. And Russell off his head, too high off his head, not out of bounds. Halfway through this second overtime period.
As of now, it looks like the game is bound to head to penalties.
Barring any late defensive collapses. There's Sanchez.
Unfortunately, 6 out of 9 of the loyal supporters were unable to see that tying goal.
Working up the field. Oskanek there with a good defensive play. Shuts the ball down. I'll bring it back up the field. Nice tip. Looking for a whistle. No whistle given. Gets it up to Banks. Banks to Carpenter. Carpenter back to Banks. Banks back to Oskanek. Oskanek trying to reverse fields. It goes out of bounds. Last touched by Burgos. The Blue Devils. Campbell throw in. Aaron Oskanek to throw this one in. Here's Capoletti. Capoletti middle of the field. Capoletti's got Balakoon working towards the bottom. Trying to fight through some contact. He reverses field instead. Goes to Patel. Patel to Oskanek. Oskanek trying to work to the outside. It goes out off of Borges again. Balakoon to throw in again. This one about 5 yards further back. Too much air into that one. Past Russell, past Lois, and it's cleared out. Oskanek, good deflection. I'll go out of bounds, though. Be a kick for Sanchez. There's Sanchez. Touch by Russell. Another good touch by Russell. Through contact. Gets control of it. Gets it to Carpenter running in. It's tipped and out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in. Or Balakoon on about the 15-yard line. They've had a couple of opportunities like this. Well, the ground is wet from the heavy rain that came in earlier, so it's been hard for Balakoon to get a good grip on these throw-ins. If you can't try and get one to Capoletti. This one's lower. Flipped up by Lois. And no call? They call goal. Yes, that's it. That was it. Yes. Yes. We're on top. We're waiting for a signal. Sanchez is going to argue his case. But for the moment, with 2 minutes left to go, Spartans are on top 3-2.
Spartans really should have an extra point because in the first half, something similar to
Something
this
similar like that happened where Sanchez was halfway into the goal, holding the ball. It was completely over the line. There's a little redemption for that and a little redemption for the ridiculous handball call. And I don't know who it was who made the last touch to get that near the goal. That thing was battling across the line, went about Norcross about 6 different times before finally they called goal. Minute 41 left in the game. Spartans up 3-2. Trying to close out this second overtime period. Closing in is Capoletti on the kickoff. They go deep. It's Balakoon with the first good contact. That's Lois. Patel pops it up. Working it down is Capoletti. It's worked backwards by the Blue Devils. Kept in bounds. Nice footwork. Now they work back towards the top. Bacon stepping up and pops it up just a little bit to shut the run down. Schlitking has time to get over there now. Makes contact, works towards the top, and clears it away. Nice play by Bacon. Just in time to give Schlitking enough time to get into a position to clear it away. So with the header, it's Lois, tried to clear it away, but it's deflected, and Balakoon just pops it up. Oskanak trying to get there. It'll be Banks instead, and a little miscommunication there. It goes out of bounds. 45 seconds to try and hold off. That one went out, and it did. It'll be a Spartan throw-in. Take your time.
The longer, the better.
Yeah. Oskanak jogging very slowly to get that one to get ready to throw it in. Now looking, now looking. Oskanak looking, just going to throw that one forward. 10 seconds left to the middle of the field. Russell going to clear that one away. Goes out of bounds. And I think that's going to do it. 3 seconds left, and that's all going to do it. So after, I'm going to say it, it's a ridiculous handball call that put the Blue Devils on top. Spartans rally back with 2 goals in the second overtime period to win 3-2. And they take this one, rise to 8-5. They've won 3 straight, by the way. Norcross falls to 5-8. But for now, that's going to be all from us tonight. I was joined by Manny for this exciting game. Thank you, Manny, for joining me for this one.
Yeah, today, and we are about to sign off on this game.
Once again, that's going to be all. Final score 3-2 from McDaniel Stadium. Spartans win. And a thrilling ending. We're signing out. Good night, folks.